everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's your favorite girl Favor. If this is your first time of seeing my beautiful face or coming across my YouTube channel, thank you so much for being here. You will definitely at the right place. So on this YouTube channel, we learn the easiest sewing hacks that will not only help to improve your sewing journey but also make it a lot more easier for you. So please do not forget to click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that you'll be the first person to be notified whenever I post a new video. Have you subscribed yet? If you haven't subscribed, please hit on the subscribe button. And to my returning subscribers, I wish I can stand up from this place now, and tobale for you guys, because you guys are the real VVIP. Thank you so much for your support so far. I do not take you people for granted. Thank you so much. So for today, we're going to be learning the basic sleeve pattern drafting. Like, this sleeve pattern drafting works for everybody. This is the pattern you should apply whenever you're cutting a sleeve, and then you will get an accurate and a perfect sleeve. Okay, so if this is something that you are interested in, without wasting much of your time, let's head to the tutorial proper. Tutorial. So guys, let's head to the tutorial proper. But before that, please do not forget to subscribe. So guys, the measurements we're going to be using for today's tutorial, you can see it displayed on the screen. And please pay attention to the other hand where you have a red circle around the hand. That is how you are expected to get your round sleeve, your round wrist, your round elbow and on. Okay, now to the tutorial. If you've been following the tutorial, if you've been following my YouTube tutorial, you will know that we always come out by half an inch before we start taking our basic bodies. That is what we're going to do right now. I'm going to go ahead and come down by half an inch and then connect it before we start our basic bodies. Now this is going to be serving as our arm joint, where we're going to be taking all our measurements from. Now from this arm joint, we're going to come down for the sleeve length. The sleeve length we'll be working with today is 21 inches. Now I will going to go ahead and mark this. After marking it, I will also go ahead and connect a straight line like so, and then I will label this our sleeve length. Okay, now from this our same arm joint, all right, you can also call this your armhole, but for this our arm joint, we're going to get our elbow. Now I hope that by now you understand what I mean by arm joint, where your hand joins to your shoulder. We're going to go ahead and get my elbow. My elbow is 11 inches, which I marked here, and then I've gone ahead to connect it, and we're going to go ahead and label this. Now this is going to be serving as our arm joint, this is going to be our elbow, and then this is also going to be serving as our wrist as well as our sleeve length. All right, now for us to get our biceps, please pay attention here. Now if you're unable to get the full measurement of your client, just from your arm joint down to your elbow, whatever you have, you divide it into two. You can see what I'm doing here. I hope you understand. Now you can see, just pay attention to the screen, you will see how to get your biceps. All right, now we're going to go ahead and connect this together, and then after connecting this, we'll go ahead and label this now our biceps. All right, so guys, after labeling this, now we're going to now go ahead to get our arm circumference. Now remember, everything that has to do with sleeve will be divided into two. Everything that has to do with the sleeve will be divided into two. But before that, you can see your biceps. Now let me throw more light on this biceps. My biceps is 5.5. Some can be 5, some can be 4.5. But the easiest way to get this is to divide your elbow into two. When you divide your elbow into two, you are going to get your bicep. This is the easiest way to get a bicep. If you're confused at any point at all, just divide your elbow into two and you're good to go. All right, so guys, we're going to go ahead now and get our arm measurements. Our armhole, my armhole I'm working with is 16. Remember, your armhole is, you get it by into round, you take your tape round to get it. Now mine is 16. 16 divided by 2 will give me 8 inches. Now everything that has to do with the sleeve, please do not forget to divide everything into 2. All right, now from this our armhole, our round armhole, we also divide whatever we have into 2. Now mine is 8. I also divide 8 into 2. 8 divided into 2 will give us 4. All right, I hope you can see what I did here. Now mine is 4. I hope you can see this. We'll go ahead and mark the 4. Now to get our sleeve cap, to get our sleeve cap, we're going to go ahead now and get our sleeve cap from where we came in by 4 inches. You place your tape directly under that point. You can see where I place my tape, and divide it into 2 as well. Now this is to get our sleeve curve. That is the curve that you use to get your sleeve. Then we'll mark it down here. Whatever you have, you divide it into 2, and then you mark it directly under that place. You can see where I marked it. All right, so when you mark it here, the next thing you're going to do is to get our bicep. Now my bicep is 11 divided by 2 will give us 5.5. Do not forget, everything you're placing your tape around your arm, your biceps and all. So mine is 5.5, and I will go ahead now and add extra 1.5 inch allowance. This is going to be serving as my seaming allowance. Now we're going to go ahead and connect these dotted lines we added. Now if you do not have a curve rule, I will always emphasize this: use your free hand. Okay, now for you to start your curve, you do not start from where your curve starts from. You can see how I placed it. You can see how I placed it. You're going to go ahead and place it like this, because if you start from the mouth of that curve, your sleeve will come out looking funny. So if you do not have a curve rule, if you don't have an armhole curve, you can go ahead and use your free hand. You can see what it looks like already. Okay, that's because I did not place it exactly on that curve. Then we're going to flip it over like so, and then extend this other line to meet that 1.5 inch that we added to our bicep. You can see how the sleeve is already looking. You can see what it looks like. So we're going to just go ahead and give this a nice curve like so that it's going to look neat. Now just for us to verify, remember I said my round arm circumference divided by 2 is 8. All right, now just to make sure that I get that 16 divided by 2 is 8. Now just to get this, now I think the highest round arm circumference you should be having is some 9. I know 9 works perfectly for everybody with inch allowance, but mine is 8. But you can see that 1.5 inch allowance we added is now going to be 7 as an allowance to my armhole circumference. You can see that. So my own ended up being 9.5. All right, so this works perfectly for me. Now for us to get our elbow, my elbow divided by 2 will give us 5. My elbow is 10 divided by 2 will give us 5. So we'll divide it by 2. Whatever that has to do with sleeve, you divide everything by 2. Your bicep is by 2, your wrist by 2, your elbow is by 2. Now my elbow divided by 2 is going to give us 5. I will go ahead now and add my extra 1.5 seaming allowance, or my seaming allowance. You can see now my wrist my wrist is 7. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead now and measure my wrist. Now just to give us an example, this is how you're meant to get all your measurements. Now my wrist divided by 2 is going to give me 3.5. That is 7 divided by 2. We're going to go ahead now and mark our 3.5, and then we'll also add our 1.5 seaming allowance. Then we'll go ahead now and connect all these lines that we have achieved together like so. You can see the way I'm connecting it all down. You can see the way it is. We're going to go ahead now and extend all the lines to meet this point. Now like I said, if you don't have a curve rule, do you? In fashion designing, you don't need to stress yourself. Just do whatever that was comfortable, that will not stress you. We're just going to go ahead and give this now a very nice curve. All right, this is not meant to be straight, it's meant to have a very nice curve. So after doing this now, the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is to go ahead and cut out our measurements. Now before that, I will quickly explain. From here you can also get your short sleeve. If you want a short sleeve, you can achieve that. Whatever sleeve you want, you can achieve all of that here. Now in case if you don't want your own to get to the elbow, there's no need to apply the elbow. All right, but your bicep is important. Do not forget to divide your elbow into 2 to get your biceps. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and cut this out like so. Okay, So guys, we're going to go ahead now and label this the wrist, all right? Because when we cut this out, the wrist we label was going to be out. So we're going to go ahead and label it, and then we'll cut all the way to the armhole curve, all right? So guys, after cutting this out, now I'm going to go ahead now and separate this. You can see that I had to use a pin to pin this down because this paper was kind of giving a little issue. So I will open this up. I was already creating a pattern on this before I decided to record this to show us how to get a basic sleeve, the easiest way to get a basic sleeve that works perfectly for any arm at all. Just work with the measurement of the sleeve you're working and apply these basics, and you're good to go. So that's all for the cutting of this sleeve. I hope this video was helpful. If this video was helpful, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and also like, so that this video can get to someone who might be interested, or who this video can help them achieve their basic sleeve. All right, so thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. So see you guys on my next video. Bye for now. Thank you so much for watching.